All right, here we go. This one is going to be a 9mm test, and we're going to be trying out the Winchester Ranger T-Series versus the old school black Talon. So we do actually have two different generations of this T-Series. We have the RA9 SXTC and the RA9T. So that's what this one looks like. It does have a little bit smaller hollow point cavity on that thing. And then we do have our RA9T. So you can definitely tell a difference on those. A little bit wider. Both really good rounds. And then we do have our black Talon. This one is actually the law enforcement version. So the original one actually had a nickel-plated brass, and it did have that black box. But this one does have just a normal brass case, but it is the same exact bullet. So we're going to be doing a three-way versus on this one. And we're going to be going through the gel. So we do have our 10% block with our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt. We do have our jugs in the back just in case we do get that pass-through, which I'm sure we will because these are heavy for caliber. And we have something special we're going to be shooting it out of today. This is the brand new reproduction Glock 17 Gen 1. So this one will be on the channel for a while. So we finally got us a full size. But should be a really fun one. So we are going to go through the chronograph. We'll set it up right here in front of this gel. So hopefully we can get an impact velocity on all these. And we'll see what these things can do. Here we go. Ranger T versus black Talon out of the full-size 9mm. All right, here we go. First one up is going to be the SXTC, the Ranger T-Series. So we're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So our cotton t-shirt did end up falling on the ground, and our impact velocity on that one was 980.7. And it looks like we do have a leaker, so we did come through. But let's check this cavity out. All right, let's check the entry out. Looks like we got a pretty good hit on that one. Definitely enough meat in that block. And here is our stretch cavity on that one. Looking pretty good. And I forgot to mention this one is a 13-inch block, so we do definitely get a lot of pass-throughs, but still seems to be doing okay. But you could definitely tell a nice stretch mark on that one. Let's see if we can get the bottom, very bottom, to our very top. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but we are right at 2 inches. So that's actually pretty good, especially for that heavy for caliber. That thing is definitely looking good. And like I said, this thing is leaking, so let's see. It looks like we made it through that first jug. And let's see, into the second. So we can actually hear it tumbling around here in that second jug. So we will show all these at the end, like always. So what we're going to do now is set up for the RA9T, and we'll see how that one does. Here we go. All right, here we go. Next one up is RA9T. We are stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. And impact velocity on this one was 980.4, so pretty much identical to that last one. I think we had 980.6. So we will do a comparison here at the end. So we do have our cotton t-shirt. Did have our mark right here, so we did hit entry and exit. So So let's see how this one did. All right, let's check that out. So this one is definitely looking like a lot bigger star pattern than that last one. So it looks like it's doing quite a bit of damage. So let's check out the side view. And yeah, check that out. We definitely had a lot more damage on this one. So this one looks like it started expanding as soon as it came in. Pretty big stretch cavity on that one. And once again, we definitely made it through. Yeah, we do have an entry on that jug. And let's see. We don't have an exit, so this one only made it through one jug. The last one was two. But pretty big stretch cavity. Let's see if we can get a measurement on that one at its widest point, which looks about right here. So that one looks like we are at about 2¼ inches on that stretch cavity. So definitely a difference in measurements. So when we do get back to the house, we will do cross sections on all these so you guys get a better idea. But there we go. That was the RA9T. So next up is the black Talon. All right, guys, here we go. This next one up is going to be the black Talon. And we do have our gel block on its side. So hopefully we do get that good view. So here we go. We're stepping back to 15 feet. All right, definitely looks like we got a good hit on that one. So let's check that impact velocity. So on this one, we got 993.3. So it's not too bad. Our cotton t-shirt did come right back. And our entry hole and our exit hole on that one, definitely a little bit bigger. So I think we're getting some expansion. So let's check this out. All right, so check out that entry hole. It is that center one. So looking pretty good so far. Nice big star pattern on that one. So let's see that side view. And it definitely looks like as soon as we hit that block, we started getting that expansion. And that one looks pretty good. They all look about the same. They carry through about, let's see, about 8½ inches. So that's really good. And on this one, see if we can get a measurement from top to bottom. This one's kind of blending with the other one, so do our best. This one is right at 2¼ also, so about the same as that RA9T. But definitely a really good stretch cavity on that, and we are leaking, so we definitely went through. So it looks like we went through the first jug, and it looks like that round sticking right down that second one, so it didn't come out of that second. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set this block at a different angle so we can get a better look. We're going to pull all these rounds and compare them. Here we go. All right, check these things out. So I laid them in the order that we shot them. So the first one was SXTC RA9T, and of course the black Talon. And they all did very, very good. Got major expansion on all of them. I guess this one wasn't as big as these, but we still got some really good expansion. Definitely a nasty looking round right there. So here is the first one we shot. Those ones are razor sharp. That lead core did kind of expand kind of funny. Kind of pushed over, but still looking pretty good. Those talons are just sticking out and wouldn't want to be in the way of those things. But usually when we test this one, it doesn't do the best. So we figured we'd try it out of this full size and see how we did. So that is the first one. Then we got the RA9T. That one did absolutely perfect. Picture perfect expansion on that. Peel those petals right back. And once again, those things are sharp on this one too. And this one probably expanded the biggest and definitely peeled back the furthest. So that is one nasty looking round. And check this one out. There is that black Talon. And same thing, picture perfect expansion, razor sharp pedals sticking out. That one expanded pretty good. The lead core didn't push out as far, but man, those pedals are just super sharp and sticking out really, really nasty. So as always, we will get our still shots at the end so you guys can get a better look at all those, but we will kind of show those wound tracks so you guys can see them again. So this first one, I guess we can look from up here, definitely tell the difference. So this first one here is the SXTC. Pretty good looking cavity, did get a full pass through. Then we'll flip over, trying to make you guys sick. This one on the bottom is our RA9T. And the one right in the middle is that Black Talon. That one had one nasty looking wound cavity on that. You can see those spiral cuts going all the way through, almost to the end of that block. So they're looking very, very good. We'll check these out one more time. But they all seem to do really good, and we're excited to have that brand new Gen 1 Glock 17 in the collection so we can start doing full-size tests. But there we go, Ranger T versus Black Talon. All right, guys, check it out. This one is that SXTC. So pretty nasty looking cross section on this one. Got some pretty deep cuts. Really nice star pattern. Really cutting in that gel. I know our lighting's not the best on this cross-section stuff, but hopefully you guys can see what it's doing. So I'll cut it in half again. All right, check that out. Now you can probably tell a little bit more. It's really cutting in there. Nice wide cavity on that. Same with this side. Those pedals were really cutting through, bringing some of that fabric in there. But looking pretty good. Nice deep cuts though. Super deep cuts. So there we go. That was the Ranger SXTC. All right, so this one was the RA9T. Definitely a big difference on this one. Really wide cuts right there. Really big splits, really deep. Same thing in this side. But definitely a lot bigger than that other one. So we're going to cut it in half again so you guys can see the inside. All right, so this one basically fell apart kind of all over the place whenever I cut it because those cuts are super deep in there. Check that out. That is nasty. That's getting way down in there. You can see that real, that permanent stretch cavity on that one's pretty wide. But those cuts went super deep down in here too. There's that second side. But same thing, really, really deep cut. So those pedals are really doing some damage on this gel. So it's definitely really cool to see. Yeah, check that out. Doing some good damage. But there we go. That was the RA9T. All right, last one up was that Black Talon. And that thing really did some damage too. Really big star pattern in there. Nice spiral cuts. You can see the way that rifling was going. But super nasty. So we'll cut this one. All right, and same thing with this one. Really deep cuts in that gel. Pretty wide permanent cavity in this one. You can see it kind of lifted up and it's cutting in there. Same with this one. That thing's barely hanging on and you can actually see some fabric down in there. So it did drag some of that cotton t-shirt, but super deep cuts in all these different sections. So that Black Talon was definitely doing some work in there. But there we go.